pananampalataya. Yung pagkakataon namin.
Maraming salamat, Lino. At kasama ko rin ngayon, Karen, dito si Congressman Alan Cayetano. Sir, kanina po naikwento niyo sa akin na bago pumanaw ang inyong ama ay nakausap pa kayo at meron pa siyang huling bilin. Maaari niyo ba ito ikwento sa amin?
Nung Monday night, kausap na namin yung doktor niya at sinabi na the end is near. Nung tinabihan namin siya, biglang nagising siya. Tapos sabi niya sa amin, tumingin siya sa labas ng bintana niya. Kung nasaan tayo itong kwarto na to. Sabi niya, nasaan ang mga bisita ko? So sabi ng ate ko, Dad, medyo hindi ka makahinga kanina kaya pinauwi namin. Pero huwag ka mag-alala, sasabihan namin sila. So sa lahat ng nagmamahal kay kumpanyero, bukas po ang aming tahanan for you to see him. Sa Friday, 2 o'clock, nandun po kami sa Senado. Afterwards, sa Garden of Memories hanggang Sunday ng aming ama. Kung hindi, pati din po ang dami nating mga kababayan. So we welcome you. We'd like to see you also. So feel free po, those who want to see him. But don't worry, he went peacefully. He went full of love and he fulfilled his mission for you. Salamat po.
Maraming salamat, sir. Samantala, Karen, sa linggo naman ay nakatakda ng ilibing si Senador Rene Cayetano sa Garden of Memories sa Pateros, kung saan doon din nakalibing ang kanyang mga magulang. Yan pa rin ang pinakahuling ulat mula dito sa Ayala, Alabang. Reporting live, Paul Aragones, ABS-CBN News.
Maraming
At tagumpay sa buhay. Ang pinakahuling panayam sa pumanaw na dating senador, ahayag niya ang mga mensaheng napulot sa gitna ng malubhang karamdaman.
I'm no longer disabled na to. Rene Cayetano, kumpanya ko tayo. I completely changed.
Kabanalan ang unang daan na pinili ni Richard Calagi bilang sakristan. Pero itakwento niya ngayong gabi kung paano niya hinubad ang susana para pasukin ang malungkot na mundo ng pagiging DJ Torero.
Minsan mayroon din yung lalaki. She just lay down in bed. Ganyan. Wala siyang gusto, paligayahin mo lang siya. Ganyan.
At ang istorya ng dalawang mang-aawit, si Paulo Santos at Jimmy Bondo, pinipilit buksan ang pintuan ng kasikatan sa pamamagitan ng sariling tiyaga at purong talent.
As long as you have the highest level of connection, it's not going to fail.
I'm no longer Rene Cayetano. That you hear to be the combative, brash, opinionated. I completely changed.
Masayahin, kahit halatang may dinaramdam. Yan ang imaheng iniwan ni Senador Rene Cayetano sa pinakahuling panayam sa People noong Biyernes. 4 na araw bago siya pumanaw dahil sa sakit na abdominal cancer kahit matagumpay ang kanyang liver transplant. Binalak pa sanang bumalik ni Cayetano sa paglilingkod sa publiko.
So, Senator, how does it feel to be back home?
It's a very mixed feeling. Mixed because you miss your family. So this is the greatest homecoming for me. Also, on the other, mixed. Nakakalungkot dahil umuwi ako na ganito samantalang nung umalis ako ay malakas ako.
Ilang buwang nanatili sa Estados Unidos ang senador at ang kanyang pamilya upang sumailalim sa liver transplant.
It was heaviest on my husband because he's never been sick. I mean, all the time my children were growing up, I can't even remember him being sick. If ever he had anything, it would be like half a day and he would take medicine and be out. So,
Seeing him
he
helpless.
and went through so much, so many different things. Like I said, it's like a mountain. It's not like a sickness where you get better. It was like almost every day something good would happen, something bad.
You never lost hope that that in life, na any moment mapuputulan na kayo ng hininga, hindi nyo naisip yun?
It came very close to that, no? na baka hindi na ako makauwi. Pero ang lakas ng panalangin ko kay Lord eh. Kasi ganito yan, no? Hindi ko inaasahan na kapag may medyo sari ako, tatanggalin niya ang aking leader.
Hindi alam ng senador na ang bunsong anak na si Lino na isang triathlete at guro sa UP ang nag-donate ng 60% ng kanyang liver. Inilihim ito sa senador dahil ayaw niyang manggaling ang organ transplant sa kahit sinong kapamilya.
Hindi niya matanggap na yung isa sa mga anak niya ang nag-donate ng organ. So he was just shaking his head. Tapos tinuturo niya ako. Mga ganyan siya. Siyempre naiiyak rin siya. And then of course, hinag niya ako and he said thank you.
They have an option to help me or not. They chose to help me at my back. I have a choice when I learn it to cut it. I did not learn it.
We did give you that choice.
Yun pala.
Pero umiyak daw kayo buong araw pagkatapos.
I cried for 2 reasons. Danger na he went through. Number 2, the fact that he showed it to me. Hindi niya tinago. Hindi siya naiiyak. Kasi there are many children who are good children. Pero showing their love for their parents, for their brothers and sisters in public, medyo parang tabu. Kasi to the young men and women, di ba? So yung aking anak, wala yun. Di ba man he decides, go.
Kung maituturing milagro ang pagbabalik ni Cayetano, mas lalo na ang pangitaing nakita ng senador, bisperas ng Pasko noong nakaraang taon.
I was watching television. Wala kang magawa eh, di ba? With my wife. Punta sana ako sa toilet. Tumayo ako. Parang somebody tried hilahin ako bumalik. Tapos, the only thing I remember, I was shouting. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes, fire!
Meron ho bang boses lamang o may nakita kayong imahe?
Light.
Isa lang daw ang naibalik niyang tanong, why me?
Why me? Did you feel unworthy?
Kilala ko sarili ko eh. I'm not an angel. I mean, I'm ordinary, no? Ordinary feeling, ordinary desire. The dream to be successful, a higher public acceptance. Diba? Ano mo? I'm being natural, ha? I'm being very candid. Totoo po yung sinasabi ko. Pag mayroong politician na nagsasabi nun, nito yun, hindi rin totoo yung sinasabi na.
Lahat yan, wala nang halaga ngayon.
It doesn't matter.
Ang mga mensaheng inilahad ng pangitain at ang kanyang mga saloobin sa pagbabalik ng pinakahuling panayam ng people kay Senador Rene Cayetano.
For all the world to see.
Now,
Hindi na siya makakilos ng walang kasama o umaakay. Yan ang realidad na nakita namin kay Senador Rene Cayetano. Malayong imahe sa mapupurang mambabatas na nakilala bilang kumpanyero ng bayan. Anak ng isang guro at mekaniko, nagtapos si Senador Cayetano ng abogasya sa UP at 3 master's degree sa University of Michigan. Sumikat siya noong dekada 80 bilang prosecutor ng mga sensational na kaso mula sa Visconde Massacre hanggang Metro Manila Film Fest scam. Naging executive secretary din siya ni FBR bago nahalal na senador na may pangalawa sa pinakamaraming boto noong 1998.
Your sickness is a blessing? Naging blessing po ba sa inyo? Kung titignan nyo,
I don't know yet, Tessa. The first time I will say this on cam and in public. I'm no longer the same Renato, Rene Cayetano, Compañero Cayetano. I have completely changed. Not so much my feeling, you know. Not so much yung pagkatao ko. Hindi ako nagbabago yan. Mababago mo yan? Ba yung outlook? Pananaw, outlook, di ba?
Espiritual ang Renato Cayetanong humarap sa people at bunga raw ito ng mensaheng ibinigay sa kanya ng pangitain.
I don't want to say this sana, pero maybe I owe to the good Lord. Yeah. Parang disappointed siya sa tinatanggap niyang pagmamahal sa atin. Sabi niya, hindi ko naman gustong lagi kayong nakatingala sa akin, nakatuon. So, pag nasa bahay na kayo, o alis na kayo, 5 seconds lang naman, 5 seconds. Goodbye, Father. I'll see you, Father, ha? You behave.
so paano po kayo bago kayo nagkasakit?
God was secondary to me. Completely. Kumbaga sa to fill up my time. Really, honest. I have to be very candid. Kaya sinabi ko sa'yo lahat to
Some people really would find it hard to believe that Senator Cayetano would be sort of a messenger.
We call that a Damascus experience, because when Paul was on the way to Damascus, Jesus showed himself to him. I have many friends who I thought, don't know God, even the way my husband does. We felt my husband knows God, but not the way we do, right? So in our prayers, or my prayers, there are a lot of people who, loved ones who I would be praying, let them have a Damascus experience, because I know God is able to show who He is, right? But I never thought it would be my husband. I never thought it would be my husband.
Maraming aspeto sa kanyang pagkatao ang binuksan ng senador sa people sa kauna-unahang pagkakataon.
Yung pamilya niyo ba, did you also take them for granted?
I guess so. Taking them for granted na I make decisions without telling them. Yeah, like mga political decisions. But now, do I consult money? Eh?
I write children's books, and I like to be alone. But I never felt my husband was my companion. My husband has never neglected his children. Diba? But honestly, I felt I had been neglected. But that is all changed now. I'm number one.
The biggest thing that siguro na hindi niya naman tinuro na ipinapakita niya is yung after this thing that happened to him, pinakita niya talaga na God is number one in his life and should be in our lives. We see my dad as the ultimate family man. Even before, kahit kano siya ka-busy, ang feeling talaga namin, we were still number one. So, parang ganun din yung pagpalaki sa amin na no doubt in our mind na any one of us, pag kailangan kami ng mom ko or ng dad ko or kailangan kami ng isa't isa, and we'll be there for them. So, hiwalay yung takot dun sa kung ano yung kailangan namin gawin.
Hindi na rin daw mahalaga ang politika at kapangyarihan ayon sa senador.
So ang posisyon, ang power, wala na yung halaga sa inyo.
If it comes. But I will never fight tooth and nail for it. If it is meant for me, then it means the Lord.
Paano ho ba before?
Short of being treacherous to your friend, short of wishing them bad luck.
That is what
In other words,
the document.
I would do what normal politicians would do.
360-degree turn, I think. for you?
Mga 300.
300 lang.
300.
Isa lang daw ang kinatatakutan niya, na hindi seryosohin ng ibang tao dahil sa mensahe ng pagbabagong kanyang ipinararating. At kung meron man, pinagsisisihan niya na hindi kaagad niya nakilala ang Panginoon.
I ask myself, does the good Lord really want me to keep quiet about what happened to me? Or He should have touched me so that later on I can tell the people, there is God.
4 ang anak ng senador at 2 sa kanila ang sumunod sa kanyang yapak bilang abogado.
Yung nga sabi ko, look how great the Lord is na in His frail, physical setting ngayon, dun siya nakakapag-make ng a difference, di ba? And dun niya na-i-impart to the Filipino people paano makakatulong bawat isa, paano matatouch ang buhay. So, I think yun ang mission niya, yun ang isa, no? Kung meron pang mas mabigat na mission doon, pare-pareho namin hindi alam.
Did you fear that he could just die?
I've been through the loss of my son, so death is something I deal with. So of course I know that, but we all have peace that, the Lord is in control. He can go any day, but for that matter, any one of us could. So that's our attitude. So every day is a blessing for us. Every day is a day we spend together, try to do good things for our family, for other people.
Kahapon ng 4:00 ng hapon nang makasama ng senador ang makapangyarihang nilalang na nagbigay sa kanya ng mensahe.
I don't think he minds not being remembered, but he wants his message to be remembered that we should not neglect God and that we should allot time for Him each day. Siguro sabihin ko na, Dad, job well.
Sa edad na 68, iniwan niya ang alaala ng isang makapangyarihang tao na hindi nahiyang magpakumbaba upang magbahagi ng salita ng pagbabagong buhay at pagmamahal.
Ano bang yung pinakamahalaga para sa inyo na pipiliin mo?
Quality of life. My relationship with Him